Hi everyone. So I was recently doing some work with LINQ and Distinct, and thought there must be an easier way to work with this, and also find a way that was more LINQ friendly. So as part of this quick session, I'll have a quick look at some of the unit tests I've built around a simpler way to work with Distinct, and also the options that are there for the eye equality comparer. So if I jump into Visual Studio, hopefully the font's big enough, you should be able to see a few tests here. So the first one is using a DistinctBy extension method, where we test a single property and DistinctBy. So we've got a list, and that list has sample models with an idea type property, and then with the extension method DistinctBy, which, as you can see, there's two signatures here, one of which returns IEnumerable, the other returns a list. So just for sake of simplicity, I'm returning a list, so I don't have to do two lists here, but I think both are more than valid. We distinct by expression on ID, then for each increment the count, and assert data count is 2, because the first and the last entry in the list are the same. So that's using the extension method, which with an expression is a little bit simpler than the eye equality operator. So the standard way of doing distinct is passing in a comparer definition. So within the class here, I've created another one, which is a carbon copy of the properties, and then implemented two eye equality comparers to basically show you how I want to compare based on ID and based on both properties, ID and type. So the first entry here, compare on ID, it just does a check on that the IDs are the same, and the hash code is how that's done. The second the second class here is compare all, where we look at ID and type, and again return the hash code. So in this option here, we're saying compare ID, two lists for each data count. Again, the data count should be 2. It's more complex than the previous example, and it's not as flexible. So here we can compare ID, or we can compare all. We can even create a method that takes an expression to then have the different properties of the object, and then go through and pull that out. But with the DistinctBy extension method, we can clearly see that we can create a new anonymous type, and then pass in the properties that we want to do distinct on by. So in this example, we have one other object, and out of the 4, the DistinctBy should be able to determine that the data count for distinction is 3. Again, going back to looking at DistinctBy and the eye equality comparer, as you saw slightly earlier, again we're doing an equals and then the get hash code as well. So the extension method is significantly easier. It seems to me to be a lot cleaner. There might be different ways of doing this. There might even be a completely better way of doing it. But in terms of flexibility, where I can DistinctBy on one property or on 2, it seems to work really well. And it helped me achieve what I was trying to do quite easily. So hopefully it's of help to other people. Thank you very much. Bye.